Now at 6, a Central Indiana high school mourning the loss of a talented young athlete. What we're learning tonight about the crash that killed the teen last night and how people are now paying tribute.
It was still a chilly day across Central Indiana, but at least we had the sun. Tomorrow we're going to get a little bit warmer, and then coming up we've got rain and thunder chances to talk about.
And IndyCar is back. We'll take you to the first race of the season as we count down to the month of May. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. We begin tonight with a tragedy in Hamilton County. Tonight, Hamilton Southeastern Schools mourning one of their own. 18-year-old Mason Alexander, a standout football player and former student, died in a car crash last night. Our Anna Chalker takes us to the crash scene and shares how the school is remembering him.
On Florida Road in Fishers, this split and broken tree is the only thing left from a crash Saturday night. According to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, a BMW was heading south and drove into the northbound lane to pass a car in front of it. When coming up on a hill, the driver of the BMW saw a Toyota driving towards them in the same lane. To avoid crashing, the BMW tried to pull over but slid through the grass and hit a tree, resulting in the car catching on fire. The passenger, 18-year-old Mason Alexander, was killed. Mason was a student here at Hamilton Southeastern High School who recently signed with the University of Pittsburgh's football team as a cornerback for the upcoming season. In a statement from his high school coach, Mike Kelly, he says, quote, "Mason is a devastating loss. He was a special young man who touched the lives of everyone he met. His smile, presence, and energy would light up every room he was in. Our hearts are heavy during this difficult time." His team remembering him as a, quote, "tremendous athlete that had a larger-than-life personality." That personality shined on the field, as 13 Sports highlighted for years through Operation Football. In his new team, hundreds of miles away, honoring him as well. Pitt head coach Pat Narduzzi posted on social media, saying in part, "Even during that short time, he made a great impression on all of us. Mason was proud and excited to be a Panther, and we felt the same way about having him in our Pitt family. A young man, remembered for loving the sport, and so many." In Hamilton County, Anna Chalker, 13 News.
The school tells us their crisis response team will be available all throughout the week for any students who need support. Also tonight, we are seeing a growing memorial to Mason at the crash scene in Fishers. Our Marina Silva is there live tonight. So Marina, how are people paying tribute?
Well, Jenny, we were just now able to get back onto the side of the road where Memorial is, as police were conducting more investigations. But I do want to show you, there are tons of dozens of roses and flowers and just teddy bears and notes here to honor Mason Alexander, as many of the teens have been coming here to be able to pay their respects. I've been here for a couple of hours now and have seen them hugging, forming prayer circles, and just spending time with one another and sharing their favorite memories of 18-year-old Mason Alexander. Now, we also want to show you that there are tire tracks on the road from where the car came onto the grass. You can even see some of the glass is still on the windshield. Some of the windshield is on the tree here at the scene of the crash. So we're going to send it back to you. Reporting in Fishers, Marina Silva, 13 News.
It is 6:04 and we want to give you a live look outside at downtown Indianapolis. Gosh, it looks beautiful. Sunshine, a lot of sunshine today, and that was nice because it was still pretty cold out there. I know, though, that you've been talking about a warm-up.
Yes.
We just have to get through a few days first, right?
Yeah, it's March, so when we try to warm up, it takes us a hot second.
Of course.
But we're doing it. Today there wasn't as much wind.
Yeah.
So that was some good news. There was not as much of a wind chill, but we've got some south winds that are going to increase.
Okay.
Those are our friends the next couple of days, try to warm us up. But eventually we may get warm enough that we get some rain and possibly some rumble thunder across central Indiana. But overall, we're thinking tomorrow we should get about 10 degrees warmer than we were today. Right now, you're looking live with active sunsets all across central Indiana. Most of us just a tad above freezing, but it is freezing right now for the Spartans in Connorsville, 32. It's 34 in Carmel and 35 right now in Indianapolis. Here's a closer look at some of those temperatures too. Notice how it's just a little bit cooler in eastern Indiana, a little bit warmer to the south and west because that's where our southwest wind is starting to increase already. I mean, it is better than yesterday, and we have the sun. We're ranging, about 5 to up to about 10 degrees or so warmer today. But coming up, we've got to talk about our next storm system that's on the way. It's off towards the west. We're going to let you know when we could get some rain and possibly maybe rumbles of thunder here in just a bit.
Thank you. Metro Police tonight investigating 2 shootings from overnight. One of them killed a man. Officers were called to an apartment on Lake Nora Court North at 96th and College around 2 o'clock this morning. Police found a man dead from a gunshot wound. So far, they have not shared any details about what led to that gunfire. A juvenile girl is recovering in the hospital tonight after getting shot on Indy's east side. This happened just before midnight on East 34th Place near 38th and Franklin. That's where officers discovered the victim, a girl who was shot but stable. So far, no word on her exact age, a suspect, or a possible motive. If you can help investigators, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. Happening tomorrow, a convicted serial killer will be sentenced for an Indianapolis murder. Bruce Mendenhall was convicted back in January for the 2007 murder of Karma Purpura. She was killed at the Flying J truck stop at 465 and Harding Avenue. Mendenhall is already serving 2 life sentences for killing 2 women in Tennessee. And police think he could be responsible for killing 9 women in several different states. Lawmakers return to the State House tomorrow, and before their break, the House passed its version of a new 2-year state budget. So here are some of the highlights for you. The $46 billion budget would include a 5% spending cut for almost every state agency. It would expand school vouchers to all Hoosiers. K-12 education would see a 2% yearly increase in funding. The income tax rate would drop over the next 2 years, and the income tax deduction would double for low-income seniors. Now, critics wanted to see bigger bumps for public education, and they wanted to see something done about people on waiting lists for Medicaid. Both sides debated for about 30 minutes.
We will be moving backwards on the child care crisis, not forwards.
I'm voting against the budget today because I do not believe it is the best path we can set our state on.
It's just been really hard, and I think it's going to get tougher as we go into the second half. We've got to do some things creatively to make sure that we're sustainable.
Property taxes a big focus there too, and this is far from a done deal. The Senate starts its work on the budget bill over the next few weeks. Happening on Tuesday, another meeting about a controversial push to build a large data center in Hendricks County. The Pittsboro Planning Commission voted recently in favor of rezoning the old Smith Family Farms lot for industrial development. But neighbors are worried about noise pollution, traffic, and potential strains on water and power. Developers say the data center will not impact resources or property values.